This video shows the route of the Textile Lohr bike path. This video was taken on June 19th, 2011, before construction of the bike path began. Silo Ridge subdivision is to the north. This is the intersection of Lohr and Textile Road. We're heading north on Lohr Road. Silo Ridge subdivision is to the right. These trees will be removed. These trees will remain. These trees will be removed. The project is being called a Greenway. This is the entrance to Silo Ridge from Lohr Road. These trees will be removed. The homeowners who count on these trees for privacy will no longer have that privacy. This is the entrance to waterways. These trees will remain. These trees will be cut down. There's a large heritage tree that will be removed right there on the right. These trees will have a strip cut out, and it's hard to tell if what remains will survive. There'll be a fringe of trees between the asphalt path being installed and Lohr Road. Typically those trees will die. This is a wetland area that will require mitigation. The asphalt path will be going through the wetland. This is a small subdivision to the right. These trees will be removed. We're coming up to the airport property, Ann Arbor Airport. The project is being called a Greenway. It's requiring the removal of an enormous number of mature trees that benefit not only the homeowners whose properties are affected, but they benefit the township at large. In a city, you simply can't have the types of mature woods that we have in a township, and to just so disrespectfully remove these trees for a bike path that's not necessary, you have to question why our tax dollars are being used to destroy natural features in the township and to negatively affect our friends and neighbors, other homeowners in the township that are losing their property in order for the placement of this asphalt path. This is Stonebridge subdivision to the right. It's one of the largest subdivisions in the township. It's connected to Boulder Pond. They will have to cross a 55-mile-an-hour road. We're on Lohr Road going south. They'll have to cross Lohr Road in order to reach the asphalt path on the other side. So they will not have good access to this asphalt path. This is the tree canopy on Lohr Road. We're going south. We're not yet to waterways. These trees will die. Heritage trees here will be cut down. These are set back far enough they won't be impacted. That's Waterways Entrance subdivision. That's Lohr Lake Village on the right, which is another larger subdivision in the township. It's interconnected with other large subdivisions, East Horizons and Maple Creek subdivision. They will have to cross a 55-mile-an-hour road in order to reach the asphalt path. These trees will be cut down. These trees are on the back of properties in Silo Ridge subdivision. The trees on the left. The trees on the right will remain. The asphalt path will not be built on the right side of the road. The individuals in this home have provided support for the current administration in the form of political signs and comments on the website in favor of the bike path. Their property is not going to be impacted by the bike path. The property on the left will. These large trees on the Berggren homestead will be cut down. The homeowners will lose the protection and privacy that they've had on this property. It's a rural property set within newer subdivisions, yet they've been able to maintain their privacy and comfort on their property. And their trees are an important part of that. However, the current administration will be removing them. To your right is the Greb homestead. The Grebs have been strong political allies of the current administration. Their property will not be affected by the asphalt path. They are being protected from the asphalt path, which will be placed on the south side of the road. This is Teft Park, which is the end point for the asphalt path. We're going north on Industrial in Saline. We're turning right onto Textile Road, and we're headed east. To your left again, you can see property where their trees and their property are protected from the placement of the asphalt path. To your right is County Commissioner Kristen Judge's homestead. She's within this subdivision, so this bike path will serve her subdivision and won't negatively impact it because it's a newer subdivision that had room left for something such as a bike path or sidewalk. The sidewalk, you can see, was already placed there, so it will not negatively impact it. When that sub was built, the trees were cut down then. To your right again, the Berggren property. They're individual homeowners with a larger lot. It's a larger rural homestead. They will lose their privacy and their trees in the construction of this bike path. To the right is Mallard Cove subdivision. We're again at the intersection of Lohr and Textile. We're headed west. We're headed east. These two trees here will be removed, the very large pine trees. This is the Rowe household. This is phase 2 of the Textile Lohr quote-unquote Greenway, which is an asphalt path. It will be built on the south side of the road, so homeowners' properties will be affected here as well, and trees will be removed here as well. To your right is the Centennial Park subdivision's private park. The developer should have been required to build a path on this, or sidewalk. However, he was not. Therefore, the taxpayers will now be building a path on a private park, which of course the public can't use. This is the supervisor's subdivision, Centennial Park. 2 of our planning commissioners and a member of our zoning board of appeals live there as well. There are also, I think, some additional members of boards and commissions that live there, and a school board member, Saline school board member. So that particular subdivision has a lot to say about how things will be built in this township. This is Sweetwater. We're coming up to the intersection of State and Textile where we'll end.